Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming out to the Bushland Falcon Field tonight for this bi-district matchup between the Dalhart Wolves and the Shallow-Water Mustangs. Now your starting lineup for the Dalhart Wolves. At pitcher, number 9, Spear. At center field, number 6, Garcia. At left field, number 2, Bird. At first base, number 12, Trussler. At third base, number 20, Rios. At second base, number 18, Hines. At right field, number 34, Reed. Behind the plate, catcher, number 4, Aiken. And at shortstop, number 5, Vasquez. Now for the Shallow-Water Mustangs. Batting in the one-hole, shortstop, Maddox McDonald. Third base, Clayton Vincent. Your DH, Garrett Bashuma. Second base, Zach Scott. Pitcher, Braden Gurney. Right field, Isaiah Ward. Catcher, Rylan Ramos. Left field, Kale Moore. First base, Caden Carter. And center field, Rylan Blackburn. Now please rise for the national anthem.
Good afternoon. We're live from Bushland High School for bi-district matchup between your Shallow-Water Mustangs and the Dalhart Golden Wolves. This is David Blackburn. Got Tony Jackson here with me. We've made the trip up north today to bring you Shallow-Water Mustang baseball. We're excited as the playoffs start today. The Shallow-Water Sports Network crew is set up and ready to go. If you joined us a few moments ago, you heard the starting lineups announced and the national anthem, and the Golden Wolves have taken the field. They will be the home team as they warm up. We'll see the Mustangs coming to the plate first.
Beautiful day here today, David, with the wind set down to almost nothing around here. It's going to be strange to be playing without some sort of wind to our back or wind to our front.
Yep, sunny skies, a few scattered clouds. The field here at Bushland High School faces to the northeast. We've got a little breeze. That flagpole down the left field line is blowing in just a little bit. But beautiful day, all turf field here at Bushland High School. You can feel the nice about mid-70s at game time, actually showing about 80 now. Be warmer on the turf with those rubber pellets. You can smell the heat coming off of them, but great conditions for a baseball game here today. Mustangs coming in as the District 2 3A champions, facing the 4th seed out of District 1 3A. Mustangs with an overall record of 21 wins, 8 losses. They finished 11-1 in district. We had limited information on Dalhart. Best information we had shows an overall record of 8-8, a district record of 5-5. They finished tied with Dimmitt in the 3 and 4 seed. Dimmitt and Dalhart had a playoff to determine seeding on Monday. Dimmitt won that, pushing Dalhart to the 4 seed, and that's where we are today. Is we're getting ready to get started here. For the Mustangs today, McDonald will lead it off, followed by Vincent, Boschman in the 3-hole, Gurney batting cleanup, Ward 5th, Ramos 6th, Cale Moore 7th, Carter 8th, and Ryland Blackburn rounding out in the 9 spot. This is best 2 out of 3 series.
Game, number 5, shortstop, Maddox McDonald.
Game 1 here today, set for a 5:30 start. We're just going to be about a minute or two after that. Game 2 scheduled for 1 o'clock tomorrow, back here at the same spot. Game 3 would be 30 minutes after it if necessary. And we're set to go here as the sophomore McDonald steps in from the right side. McDonald wears number 5. He'll be at shortstop today, takes the first pitch high for ball 1.
On the mound for Dalhart, you got number 9, Spear. And behind the plate, number 4, Aiken.
Caleb Spear, the right-hander, spikes that one into the ground, 2-0 on the fastball. Mustangs wearing their all whites with the red pins. Sorry, Tony, I stole your thunder on that one. I jumped in on your uniforms there. I'll let you tell them about Dalhart in a minute.
Yeah, we're used to being at home, and I'm leading it off.
2-0 pitch comes in and catches the plate for a called strike. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Dalhart wearing a gold top with white pants, purple popping down the side. Haven't seen the front. This is Wolves on the side up there and in the front.
It's a curve ball that's grounded up the middle. The shortstop dives and knocks it down, keeps it in the infield, but McDonald is going to be aboard with an infield single to start it off for the Mustangs.
Yep, Dalhart got Wolves in purple across the chest, outlined in white with purple vertical stripes.
Number 6, third baseman,
purple and gold theme,
Vincent.
purple hats with D on the cap, and purple stockings for most of them.
Spear out of the stretch with a runner on first. This is 6. Clayton Vincent stepping to the plate. Clayton, third baseman for the Mustangs, shows bunt and pulls it back. Now snap throw down to first, and McDonald got caught. He stumbled. Looked like they might have had him, unable to field the throw down there. McDonald gets back in safely. Mustangs fortunate there as they had McDonald had strayed off on what he thought was going to be a bunt attempt.
The throw from Aiken just a little bit short there, and by the time the first baseman gathered it up, he couldn't reach back and get the tag.
Counts 1-0 to Vincent. Clayton, a junior, steps back in from the right side. They got McDonald leaning, and they pick him off at first. Got him leaning that time, and he didn't get away with it the second time around. Gets picked off over there, and there's 1 away.
That's Trosler over there on first base, so play went from Spear to Trosler. 1 away here in the top of the first.
1 away, 1-0 count to Clayton Vincent. Pitcher Spear comes set, delivers a breaking pitch, stays up, 2-0. Spear works out of the stretch regardless whether there's runners on base. Comes set in a very low position just above the knees. That pitch is low, 3-0.
No, call a late strike.
Oh, a late strike on a pitch that was low. I still keep wanting to put it in the books as a ball. 2-1. Now there's a fastball. Catches the outside part of the plate for a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They've got 3. There we go. That one bounces, goes off of the catcher's mask. Counts now full at 3-2.
Boschman over in the on-deck circle, gathered that up, throws it back to the catcher.
If you just joined us, we're just underway. Leadoff single by McDonald. He would be picked off over at first, so there's one away. 3-2 pitch is fouled off there at the plate. Count's going to hold at 3-2 for Clayton Vincent.
Clayton looks like he's got blonde hair hanging out underneath the helmet there. We gone to the blonde hair for the playoffs?
Mustangs have their playoff hair going, I believe, every one of them. There's a swing and a miss, and Vincent strikes out, 2 away. With 2 away, that'll bring up sophomore, number 17, Garrett Boschman. Boschman in the DH role.
Number 17, Garrett Boschman.
Boschman will step in from the right side to face Spear. Spear once again set extremely low. Big breaking ball stays up, 1-0. Pitch is off the plate, 2-0. Gave him a moment there to make sure he wasn't going to come back and call that one on us. It's well wide, though, 2-0. Boschman takes a big cut at that one and fouls it back. Looked like a curveball he went after, 2-1.
Yeah, Boschman stayed back and waited on that and got the timing right. Just got underneath it just a little bit.
2-0, swinging on the curveball. I'd like to see him wait for a fastball in that count. It's 2-1 nonetheless. There's another curveball. This one stays up, 3-1. Three balls and a strike, 2 away here in the top of the first. There's a late call on a strike that appeared to be low and away. Full count. Big strike zone from the umpire here early on. 3-2. Boschman calls time. It's granted at the plate. Spear comes set at the knees. Breaking pitch that's fouled back. Another full count pitch coming Boschman's way. Boschman steps back in. Here comes another 3-2 pitch. That one's well off the plate, ball 4.
Now batting, pitcher number 11, Braden Gurney.
Bringing Brady Gurney. He'll be stepping in with 2 away and 1 on. First pitch to him is outside, well away for a ball.
Yeah. Gurney wears number 11. Another junior. Normally plays shortstop. He'll be getting the start on the mound here in game 1. Spear comes set, pick off over to first. Boschman's back in safe.
Boschman wasn't far off the bag there, David. He just took a little bit of a lean.
Yeah, Spear with a pretty quick move over there. Pitch that's low, 2-0. Little light breeze, as I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, kind of blowing in a little bit from center, actually kind of blowing across over towards left. Hold balls up a little bit as that one is inside. 3-0 to the cleanup hitter for the Mustangs. Spear comes set again. Not much of a lead by Boschman. There's a pitch that's well off the plate. Back-to-back walks. Going to put runners at first and second with 2 away. Brings up the lone senior in the lineup. This is number 3, Isaiah Ward, the right fielder for the Mustangs.
Now batting, number 3, right fielder, Isaiah Ward.
First, we'll have a courtesy runner for the pitcher Gurney over at first base. That's going to be number 7, Blaine St. Clair. St. Clair Jr. He'll run for the pitcher Gurney. Now Izzy steps in at the plate. Senior steps in from the right side against the right-hander Spear. Fastball bounces, catcher blocks it and keeps it in front of him. Runners will have to hold. 1-0 to Izzy. Back-to-back walks. Mustangs threatening here in the top of the first with 2 away. 1-0 pitch is a curveball low and away. 2-0. Spear working much slower with runners on. Now he comes set. There's another fastball low. 3-0. Here comes a 3-0 pitch. Is he taken all the way? It's a fastball that's low. 3 walks in a row now. Has loaded them up for the Mustangs. It's going to draw a visit from the Dalhart coach as we'll have a pause in the action. When we return to action, the batter at the plate will be number 10, Rylan Ramos, the junior catcher for the Mustangs. Boschma, St. Clair, and Ward on the base paths for the Mustangs. Golden Wolves conclude their mound visit, and we'll be set for play here again as Rylan Ramos makes his way to the plate.
Now batting number 10, catcher Rylan Ramos.
Ramos, another right-handed batter, another junior, steps in. Fastball called strike. No balls and a strike, 2 away. It's a big curveball, kind of gets away from him, stays up, evens it at 1-1.
Used to be like Spears. Started off pounding the zone, and now he's trying to dance around the edges a little bit.
Yeah, leaving his breaking pitches up quite a bit, not finishing on. Ramos flies that one to center field, shallow center field, as the center fielder comes on and he'll make the catch, and that'll do it here in the top of the first as Ramos pops out to end it. In the top of the first for the Mustangs, no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 3 runners left on base. We're through half an inning, no score yet here. Shallowater versus Dalhart. As we go to the bottom of the first, I'll set the defense for you for the Mustangs. At first base, we'll have Caden Carter. At second base, Zach Scott. Third base will be Clayton Vincent. At shortstop, Maddox McDonald. And left field, Cale Moore. Center field, Rylan Blackburn. In right field, Isaiah Ward. Behind the plate, Rylan Ramos. And getting the start on the mound, junior right-hander number 11, Braden Gurney. Mustangs worked a lot of pitches out of Spear there in the top of the first. Unofficially, I had about 29 pitches, but unable to produce any results out of it. Good crowd of Mustangs fans have traveled up here, catching this first playoff game of the season. Just a reminder, since it is the playoffs, you won't see the typical commercials between innings or during the game, pregame, anything like that. UIL rules prevent that. Do appreciate the sponsors, but we just can't recognize them during the playoffs.
Coming up for Dalhart, it'll be Spear, Garcia, and Bird.
Pitcher, number 9, Spear.
It's going to be the pitcher, the center fielder, and then the left fielder. Dalhart featuring white batting helmets. Spear, the pitcher, steps in on the right side. Face Gurney. Gurney kicks and deals. And strike over the inside half of the plate. Strike at the knees. Gurney right back into his motion. Comes across for another strike, this time on the outside half of the plate. Gurney going from the windup, nobody on. He kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches and 1 out by Gurney. Got to bring up the center fielder, number 6, Garcia. Garcia looks like he's going to step in on the right side as well.
Batting number 6, center fielder, Talon Garcia.
Good pace by Gurney. Good rhythm. He kicks and deals. Breaking ball. This is swung on and hit out into the outfield. Outstretched. Blackburn comes across from center field. It was in shallow center between right and center. He stretched out for it, but couldn't quite get to it. That thing was just dying too quick. No wind holding it up here. Ward right there with him. They did have a little bit of a collision there, but looks like everybody's okay.
Yeah, Rylan laid out on that one. Surprised he got there. Thought that one was going to drop. They did collide a little bit. Coach Huffman's going to go check on him.
Umpire's agreeing to it as well. He's going out there with them.
Looks like he's fine. He's walking around fine. He was extended there and maybe caught part of Izzy's lower half there as he was diving for that one. On the replay here, you can see him laying out for that one. And yeah, maybe caught a foot, shoe, foot or shoe up there in the upper body area, but looks like he's going to be fine. Little Texas leaguer drops in for a base hit.
So Garcia stands on first. One away here in the bottom of the first inning, and that's going to bring in number 2, Bird. Caden Bird, left fielder, steps in on the left side. Gurney goes from the stretch, looks over at the runner on first, and then comes set. Set at the belt, comes home, pitches outside for a ball.
See Gurney out of the stretch for the first time today with a runner on first.
Gurney towing the first base side of the rubber. Comes set at the belt. Comes home. And gets a strike call on the outside part of the plate. Umpire's pretty slow with that strike call, so you may hear this. Seem to have a delay there. That's a typical pitch. I mean, that's a good example of it there. The pitch was just on the borderline on the outside, and they finally get the strike call. 1-1. That's a swung on and hit foul down the first base side.
Saw a couple of those late calls there in the top of the first. Learned I had to wait a little bit to make sure on this guy. 1-2 now.
1-2 to Bird. One away. We got no score here in the bottom of the first. Gurney comes set, looking over at first. Comes home. Swung on and hit foul over to the coach near the third base coach's box.
Defensive swing there, kind of a step back swing as he fouls that one off.
Count's going to hold it 1-2. Roll the ball back over to Ramos, who gathers it up and brings it to the umpire. And Bird steps back in. He looks over at first and comes set. Pitches outside for a ball. Garcia not getting a big lead over there, just a couple of steps with his primary lead off base.
Good fastball, just a little off the plate for Gurney. Didn't get Bird to chase after it. 2-2.
Gurney set at the chest. Long hold, comes home. It's just swung on and hit foul back into the screen. Kind of hold it 2-2. Bird steps back in. Garcia takes a couple of steps off first. Gurney comes set. The pitch swung on and hit foul back to the screen.
Count holds it 2-2 again.
Birdie's working on a good AB here. Let's hope Gurney can just set him down. Gurney shakes off a sign. He looks over at first, and he comes set at the chest. The pitch swung on and missed as he went with a fastball upstairs. About the top of the strike zone for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, nice fastball. Gurney just runs it by him.
That'll bring out number 12, Trosler.
Now batting first baseman, number 12, Trosler.
It is Trosler. Looks like an O on the lineup card.
Oh.
I called him Trosler. So he steps in on the left side. First pitch to him is away from the left-handed batter. Ball a little bit low. Runner on first, 2 away. Here in the bottom of the first. No score. Gurney's pitch. Breaking ball comes in. Swung on and missed. Trosler did get the timing there. 1-1. Trosler steps back in. Gurney checks, looks over at the runner on first. He comes set. He deals, swung on and tapped out in front of him. Takes a funny hop out onto the turf. Thought it was a foul. Everybody in the stands thought it was a foul ball, but I don't know if I ever saw a call.
The umpire in the field signaled foul ball. He threw both hands up. Yeah.
Certainly the way it
Excuse
came.
me, there's 3 field umpires, but the one out towards second base, he signaled foul ball. Yeah. Yeah. You see him right there in the replay throwing his hands up.
Well, they
Yeah,
think,
that's the right call.
They're going to call it a foul. Looked like it came off the bat, hit the plate, and then off the batter probably, or behind the plate.
From here, I couldn't tell if he verbally called it or not, but he definitely signaled it. And you can see it in the replay too.
Big high bounce out in front of the plate, out toward Gurney, and then he took a funny hop, and he didn't get a handle on it. Anyway, we'll reset. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Trosler. Trosler steps back in. Still got that runner on first. Gurney set at the chest. Comes home. This one swung on. It's a bounder out to Scott at second. He gathers it up after a little bobble. goes over to Carter, and they get their man by half a step. Scott made it interesting, but he made the play.
Yeah, Scott to Carter on the 4-3 put out, and that'll end it here in the bottom of the first. For the Golden Wolves, no runs on one hit, no Mustang errors, one runner left on base. We've played one complete, no score yet. As we come back for the top of the second, due up for the Mustangs will be Cale Moore, Caden Carter, and Ryland Blackburn. They'll face the right-hander Caleb Spear. 29 pitches in the first inning. No runs on the board for the Mustangs. Cale Moore steps in, lone left-handed batter in the Mustang order. Number 12 plays left field. He's a junior, steps in there to face Spear, takes the first pitch up and away for a ball. 1-0.
That one slipped out of Spear's hand, was well outside.
Yeah, he's let several of those breaking balls get away from him. There's a fastball low and away. 2-0 to Moore. Spear set. 2-0 pitch is lined towards the left fielder. It gets over his head, and that one has gone to the wall. Moore runs well. He's rounding second, and Coach Huffman's going to hold him up there. Leadoff double for Cale Moore gets the Mustangs going here in the top of the second.
That was left fielder Bird out there that initially off the bat he took a couple of steps in, then realized it was going over his head and had to turn around and head back after it, as it did get over his head and bounce out to the wall.
Yeah, Cale did a good job going opposite field with that pitch.
Now batting first baseman, number 8, Caden Carter.
First baseman Caden Carter steps in. Carter, another junior. He'll bat from the right side against Spear. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Spear looks in, gets his sign, comes set. Pitch bounces, catcher keeps it close by there. Moore will have to hold at second. 2-0. Another low pitch, 3-0. Expect Carter to be taken all the way here, 3-0. Spear comes set, kicks and delivers. Fastball called strike at the lower part of the zone. 3-1 now. There's a hard hit ground ball past the second baseman out into right field. They put the stop sign on Moore over at third. That's a single by Carter's going to put runners on the corners with nobody out.
I'm wondering why he didn't send him on that.
Pretty shallow out there in right field. Right fielder came in on it.
No out.
No out.
He's got plenty of time to get him across, is what he's thinking.
Center fielder number 1, Ryland Blackburn.
Runners on the corners now, nobody out. Brings up number 1, Ryland Blackburn, the Mustang center fielder. The junior will step in from the right side. First pitch is way upstairs for ball 1. Mustangs look over to Coach Huffman in the third base coach's box, get their signs. Now, Spear steps off. Tony, they actually do have boxes painted here. It's a turf field. So there are coaches' boxes. 1-0, pickoff move over to first. Carter dives back in safely. Pickoff attempt by Spear. He's got pretty quick feet. He caught Maddox McDonald in the first over there. Another quick pick over there to first. Carter's back in again. Ryland steps back in. Spear looks in and gets his signs. Now he checks Carter at first. Ground ball just foul over towards Coach Huffman. One ball, one strike now. Pitch up and away, 2-1 now. Spear working pretty slowly with the runners on. Really paying a lot of attention to Carter over there at first base. Ball is fouled over towards the right side. First baseman goes over towards the dugout. Gets a glove on him, but is not able to catch it. 2-2.
That's Trussler over there on first that had the attempt at the play. Playable ball, but it was up pretty close to the net that kind of messed with the player as he gets over there close to it.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Another pickoff attempt at first. Carter's back in again. Moore over at third. He led the inning off with a double. Another pickoff at first. 4th time this at bat they've picked to first. Spear set. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. That's off the plate. Count goes full at 3-2. Yeah, Moore led it off with a double. Moved over to from second to third on the single by Carter. That's where we are here. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. That one's fouled back and out of play. We'll see another 3-2 pitch here by Spear. That one's low and away, ball 4. Ryland draws the walk, and that's going to load the bases up as we return to the top of the order. Maddox McDonald stepping in. He's 1 for 1, reached on an infield single, was picked off
number 5, Maddox McDonald.
when the next batter was at the plate. Steps in here with the bases loaded, nobody out. Pitch bounces and gets away from the catcher. Runners hesitate momentarily, and then there's a close play at the plate as Moore dives in head first, and he's safe. Ball got away from the catcher. Moore hesitated but gets in ahead of the throw. They're going to have to check on him. He's shaken up a little bit. He's up and walking. Looks like he's just fine. Mustangs played the first run of the day on the wild pitch. Catcher tried to block it, but it gets far enough away to allow the run to score. Lots of foul territory behind home plate. Really lots of foul territory throughout the park. Tapers down a little bit in the right field and the left field line. Most pass balls and wild pitches are going to get to the backstop here. McDonald fouls that one off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Spear looks in again and gets his sign. Now he comes set. Curveball way up. 2-1. Pretty slow moving game, Tony, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I was looking to jump in there, but I'm not sure.
That one is ripped foul. Carter has to dodge that one.
Shallowater leading at 1-0 now. No outs on the board. Runners on second and third.
Spear throwing a lot of pitches, a lot of pickoff attempts, a lot of time between pitches, not much tempo out there. 2-2 right now. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss by McDonald. He's going to strike out swinging for the first out.
Pitch was high up in the zone. Look at the change speeds on him.
Yeah.
He just had the timing off on that thing, plus it was up.
Now batting third baseman, number 6, Clayton Vincent.
Clayton Vincent steps in with runners on second and third, 1 out. He struck out swinging his first time up. First pitch to Vincent, low and away for a ball. Probably more low than anything, just a little off the plate. Vincent chops that one foul. Coach Huffman fields it. Gets it back in play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mustangs scored a run so far here in the top of the first, have taken a 1-0 lead. There's a fly ball out towards right center. Right fielder's coming over, makes the catch. Carter's tagging from third. They get the ball in the infield, and he's going to score on the sacrifice fly by Clayton Vincent. Ryland has to hold up there at second. Ball was fairly shallow.
Up inside to go ahead and send him on that one. Since it was out toward right field.
Designated hitter, number 17,
For the second out of the inning, I'm going to go ahead and try to get that run across.
Mustangs leading at 2-0. Garrett Boschman steps in. There's a well-hit ball out to right center field. That ball's going back. Right fielder chasing after it. He won't get to it. It's going to 2-hop the wall. It's down. Boschman, the big lineman, around in second, coming into third, and he's going to be in at third with a triple, standing up. Another run for the Mustangs on the RBI by Boschman. 3-0 Mustangs.
That's the best hit ball we've seen yet, as of yet. He really got a hold of that one, sending out there to the gap, to the alley between right and center.
Yeah, once again, nice job opposite field hitting by Boschman.
Number 14, second baseman, Zach Scott.
This will be number 11, Braden Gurney stepping in. Gurney walked his first time up. Fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. That pitch is away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good hustle by Boschman. He runs well on that last one. No hesitation there.
Absolutely did. He got around, made a quick trip around the bases. And like you said, no hesitation.
Pitch comes inside, off-speed pitch, 2-1.
Gurney did his part, didn't move on it to see where it'd come in.
Spear set. Pitches off the plate, 3-1. Three balls, one strike, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Gurney chases one in the dirt, swings and misses.
He missed that one or get a piece of
He
it?
may have got a piece of it.
I think he might have tapped it down just a bit. Catcher didn't catch it.
3-2 pitch. Ground ball to the second baseman. He bobbles it. Gurney hustling up the line. He's going to be safe on the air. The throw goes into the dugout. A couple of errors on the play is going to put Gurney over at second base.
So we're going to score a run for the Mustangs. As Boschman comes in from third. And we're going to have timeout by the Dalhart coach.
Yeah, Gurney reaches on the error, then takes second base on the throwing error. Scores a run. Mustangs leading at 4-0. We'll have a runner at second. We're going to have another courtesy runner out there for Gurney. It's going to be number 7, Blaine St. Clair, running for Gurney again.
Coach has busted up the meeting and headed back to the dugout.
Now batting, pitcher number 11, Braden Gurney.
This is actually number 3, Isaiah Ward at the plate. Yep, and announcer's one off, yes. Yep. This is actually Isaiah Ward, number 3.
Excuse me, number 3, right fielder, Isaiah Ward.
Ward walked his first time up.
You read the outfielders, what you did a while ago.
First pitch is fouled off.
You read the outfielder for our DH.
Next pitch is a ball.
That's what got you out.
We're having to get the announcer straightened out here in the press box. Now we're all caught up. We got him
That's right.
squared away here.
Hey, we're taking care of announcers
I'm
now.
calling him out here. He wouldn't share his chop with me a while ago. That pitch is popped up on the infield. Second baseman is calling for it, and he does not make the catch.
Adjusted to it, came down on it. I don't know if he lost it in the sun or what, but hit him in the glove, and he lost his balance, and then he lost the ball.
E4 allows St. Clair to come around and score all the way from second base on the infield pop-up. Mustangs have a 5-0 lead. Ward reaches on the
Pitcher
error.
number 10, Rylan Ramos.
All right. Runner on first, still two-way. Rylan Ramos steps in. Pickoff move over to first. Ward's back in safe. Spear looks in and gets his sign, comes set low again. Pitch stays up, snap throw down to first. Ward's back in safe, standing up. One and 0 to Ramos. The Spear comes set again. Called strike outside part of the plate on the breaking pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's got, 2-1 is what the umpire's showing, I believe.
Yeah. He's saying.
And I think we got 3-1 according to the ump here. Almost pops that one up in foul territory. Catcher's chasing after it and has just enough room and makes the catch up against the net. Nice play by the Golden Wolf catcher to stay with that one. Ramos is going to pop up in foul territory, and that's going to end it here in the top of the second here, but not before the Mustangs do some damage. Mustangs with 5 runs on 3 hits. There were 3 Golden Wolves errors and 1 runner left on base. After 1.5, our new score is Shallowater 5, Dalhart 0. We return for the bottom of the second. Braden Gurney continues on the mound for the Mustangs. Had to wait a moment there for Rylan Ramos to make his way out there. Bounced out, and it took him a couple of minutes to get geared up to catch.
Coming up for the Wolves, it's going to be Rios, Hines, and Reed. Is that right, Reed? Yeah.
Yep, you're right. Remember Reed from football, the big quarterback, wore number 34 in football. Where's it in baseball as well?
Number 20, Rios.
Rios, the third baseman. Where's number 20? Featuring purple stockings. Steps in on the right side to face Gurney. Long break for Gurney during the top half of the second. First pitch comes in upstairs for a ball. Shallowater leading at 5-0 on the bottom of the second. Gurney turns and deals. Pitch comes in the inside half of the plate for a call strike. Gurney gets his sign, winds and deals. Fastball right across the middle for strike 2. 1-2 to Rios. And he turns and deals again. Breaking ball upstairs, swung on and missed. And Rios goes down swinging for the first out of the inning.
Rios chases the high heater, unable to catch up with it.
Going to bring in number 18, Hines, the second baseman.
Now batting, second baseman, number 18, Hines.
Dalhart overall, pretty big team. This is a pretty big guy for a second baseman. First pitch comes in, swung on and missed. Gave Hines a speed that he wasn't expecting.
Nice curveball from Braden on that one.
Gurney deals. This one's up and in for a ball, 1-1. Nobody on, 1 away. Here in the bottom of the second. Gurney back to work. Pitch. I was waiting for the late call on that one, David. Now they leave it a ball, 2-1.
Nice curveball, just didn't get the call on it.
I thought it came across the front corner of the plate there. This one comes in low for a ball. 3-1. Gurney takes a deep breath and looks over the top of his glove. Now he turns and deals and misses outside. He issues the free pass. Hines hustles on down, and Reed's going to step in. Reed, the right fielder.
Now batting
Golden
right fielder,
Wolves.
number 33, Tyler Reed.
Kyler Reed steps in on the right side with 1 out and 1 on. Gurney from the stretch. Swing and a bounder out to short. McDonald gathers up, goes to second. Get one. They come across to first and do get the second out. They turn the double play. 6-4-3. Well played by the Mustangs.
As Tony said it, 6-4-3. McDonald to Scott to Carter, and that's going to do it here in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're through 2 complete. This is Shallow Water Mustang Baseball on the Shallow Water Sports Network. Mustangs leading it 5-0. As we come back for the third, we're going to have a pitching change for the Golden Wolves. Get a number here for you. The Spears Day is done out there. 25.
Barron.
Giovanni Barron, 25. Another right-hander for the Wolves.
Coming in off the bench, and not using the designated hitter.
I'll have to check that for you when the Wolves come to bat here.
Spear up at the top of the order.
Yeah, let's see if he'll remain in or not.
That spot will be coming up next inning.
Being the leadoff, I expect he probably is, but I can't tell if Spears in the game anywhere else now or not. So we'll figure that out when they do come up to bat. But here in the top of the third, due up for the Mustangs will be Cale Moore, Caden Carter, and Rylan Blackburn. Moore gets ready to step in. Moore's 1 for 1. Led off the last inning with a double. Came in to score a couple of batters later.
Now it's bat for the Shallow Water Mustangs, number 12, left fielder Cale Moore.
He actually scored on a wild pitch. We're about set to go as the new pitcher Barron has completed his warm-up pitches. Now Moore steps in. Moore steps in from the left side against Barron. Looks like Barron will go from the windup. First pitch bounces in for ball 1.
Discussion up here in the press box whether it's Barron or Baron.
I can't roll my R's well enough, so we're going to go with Barron.
Go with Red Barron, huh?
We'll go with the West Texas pronunciation. Barron kicks and deals. And that one comes inside and hits Moore in the knee.
Oh, Moore jumped back a foot and it still got him.
Leadoff batter aboard for the Mustangs on the hit by pitch. Caden Carter gets ready to step in.
First baseman, number 8, Caden Carter.
Carter also 1 for 1. He singled his first time up. First pitch to Carter, fastball for a called strike. Carter steps back in. Barron working from the stretch now, comes set, letter high. Next pitch is low, 1-1. Time is called. While the Golden Wolves catcher goes out to visit with his pitcher. Quick visit. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out here in the top of the third. Moore aboard after being hit by a pitch. Pickoff attempt over at first. Moore's back in safe. Mustangs were scoreless in the first, put up 5 in the second. They're batting here in the top of the third. Another pickoff attempt. Moore's back in safe again. Moore on the move, swing and a miss on the pitch, and the pitch sails out in the center field. Center fielder's backing it up, but he's not able to get there in time. So Moore will take third on the throw.
Second baseman come in to catch that ball and it went just over his left side and well away from him out in the center field. So Cale Moore's on third base.
Swing and a miss by Carter, and he's going to strike out for the first out here in the top of the third. One away, runner at third base brings up Ryland Blackburn. Ryland walked his first time up. This will be the first time he's faced Barron. Pitch is lined out to center field. That one's going to drop for a base hit. RBI single for Ryland Blackburn.
Pitch over the outside half of the plate, or outside even. He just got that off the very end of the bat and slapped it out there into shallow center field.
With the RBI, makes our score 6-0. Yeah, just reaches out and gets enough of it.
Number 5, Maddox McDonald.
Maddox McDonald steps in. McDonald's 1 for 2. His one hit was an infield single back in the top of the first. Decent lead over there by Ryland. First pitch, he's on the move, and he's going to be in easy with a stolen base, but that pitch gets away from him, from the pitcher Barron, and hits McDonald. Second hit batter of the inning. That'll be a dead ball.
So he won't get the second.
No, stolen base. Yeah. He was almost the second by the time the pitch got to the plate, but it hits McDonald. Sounded like it hit him in the sliding mitt in his back pocket. Runners on first and second with one away.
Clayton Vincent.
Brings up Clayton Vincent. Vincent's 0 for 1 today. His last time up, sacrifice fly to right, scored a run. There's a fastball low and away. Catcher does a good job of snagging that one. Keeps the runners from advancing 1-0 to Clayton. Ryland with a big jump, and he's going to slide head first into third. Got his stolen base there.
He bound and determined to get a stolen base on this AB.
Pitches a ball. Counts 2-0. Now runners on the corners with one away. McDonald was not advancing on that pitch. He remains at first. Pitch is low and away to Vincent. 3-0. Tony, we're not seeing Dalhart's number 1 pitcher here in game 1, but they just don't appear to have a lot of depth at pitching. That one comes inside, 4-pitch walk there. Bases are loaded.
For Boschma.
And we're going to have another mound visit from the Dalhart coach. This time he's bringing somebody with him. We'll have another pitch and change.
Number 15.
Actually, 15 is coming in defensively. We may have several changes here.
Looks like he's going to second.
We'll have a momentary pause in the action here. We don't really have anywhere to go, no commercials to show you, so we'll stay here as we kind of sort this out.
There's a new arm on the mound for the Dalhart Wolves. That's number 34, Kyler Reed.
Reed, another right-hander, big right-hander, number 34, be taking the mound for the Golden Wolves. Guess they're just giving their catcher a break there, warming
Maybe
up
so.
the relief pitcher.
I don't know if he had a glove repair or what he was doing over there. He went over to the dugout for just a few minutes and then came back.
I believe that was number 15, Renteria, we saw entering the game in right field. So Renteria comes in right, and 34, Reed, comes to the mound for the Golden Wolves. Now Boschma gets to step in. He's 1 for 1. He tripled to right center his first time up. He'll face Kyler Reed on to pitch for the Golden Wolves. That's Rylan Blackburn at third. He singled earlier. Maddox McDonald was hit by a pitch. And then Clayton Vincent walked. First pitch to Boschma is in there for a called strike. No balls and a strike, 1 away.
Shallowater leading at 6-0.
Reed.
Bases loaded up.
Reed out of the stretch, bounces that one in, and it goes to the backstop. And Rylan will come in from third, standing up. Another run for the Mustangs on the wild pitch. As Rylan Blackburn scores, Maddox McDonald advances over to third, and Clayton Vincent will take second, all on that wild pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big cut by Boschma on the off speed. Swing and a miss.
Aiming for the water tower out there.
1-2. 7-0 Mustangs now after that last run. Boschma chases one in the dirt. Catcher is unable to make the throw. Umpire signals that was a drop third strike. Catcher was concerned about the runner coming in, doesn't make the throw, so Boschma is going to reach on the drop third strike.
think the catcher was ready to go to first, but his pitcher came in and reminded him about that runner on third, just enough to cause him to hesitate. Once he did that, Boschman went on down to first.
Braden Gurney steps in, first pitch swinging, a single out to left center. And that's going to score a run and advance everybody else station to station.
Shallowater leading 8-0 now.
Still updating my scorebook here. And Gurney steps in and swings on the first pitch. We'll have another courtesy runner for him over at first. That'll be Blaine St. Clair again.
Number 3, right fielder, Isaiah Ward.
Isaiah Ward's going to step in. Pitch comes in low, bounces in for a ball.
All right, bases still loaded with Mustangs, one away. Mustangs leading at 8-0. Ward, another guy with a lot of pop in the bat. Breaking pitch catches the top of the zone for a called strike, 1-1. Swing and a miss.
That pitch looked pretty inside. I guess he decided it was a little further with the plate there and he took a swing at it.
1-2 pitch. That one bounces and that one kicks away from the catcher, and it's going to allow everybody to advance standing up on the wild pitch.
Shallowater leading at 9-0, just one away here in the top of the third.
Two pitches off the plate, full count now to the senior Isaiah Ward. Reed set at the belt. The ground ball to the second baseman. He's up with it, makes the throw. Get Ward on the 4-3 put out, and that's going to plate another run. RBI for Isaiah Ward as Garrett Boschma comes in to score.
Two away now for the Mustangs.
Now batting catcher, number 10, Rylan Ramos.
9-0 Mustang lead after the run scored there by Boschma. Rylan Ramos steps in. Ramos 0 for 2 on the day. Couple of pop outs. There's a well hit ball to left field. Left fielder's not going to have to move much. Slides over a couple of steps and makes the catch there. Pretty well hit ball, just in the wrong spot for Ramos.
I believe the Mustangs brought 9 to the plate because they ended the last inning with Ramos.
They did. Brought up 9 batters in the inning. Mustangs pick up 5 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. After 2.5, our new score is Shallowater 9, Dalhart 0. about ready to go here in the bottom of the third. Update, the score is actually 10-0. A lot happening in that inning. Between innings, we're comparing our records to what they had on the scoreboard. They were one short on the scoreboard, so 10-0 in favor of the Mustangs.
Ready to face Aiken. First pitch down low for a ball. Be Aiken, Vasquez, and Spear scheduled. We're not sure who will come up in the top of the order. That's the pitcher spot, and it's changed a couple of times. This pitch comes in for a strike right at the bottom of the zone. 1-1 to Aiken. Aiken, the catcher for the Wolves. This one comes in at the bottom of the zone for a call strike. 1-2. Aiken bats from the right side. Gurney pitching from the wind. Pitch is swung on and missed. And they throw down to first to go around, and he overthrows the first baseman. Overthrows Carter. Wants to get Ward in on the action a little bit. One away here in the bottom of the third. Shallow Water leading it 10-0. And Ramos has lost his pitch comm device. He's trying to get it strung up to his ear again. So this is number 5, Vasquez, I think. Yep. Vasquez, a shortstop, stepping in. First pitch right down the middle for a strike. On one of Vasquez. Gurney right back to work. This one comes in, swung on and fouled back into the screen. Looks like he's coming right down the middle again. 0-2. Vasquez steps back in. And he rubs the ball around a couple of times, toes the rubber, kicks and comes home. Changed, threw him a curveball there, and he couldn't adjust to the speed. Swings and misses. He goes down on 3 pitches. And here's the top of the order. It's going to be number 15. Ball.
It's actually, they must have a wrong name in here. Yeah, I had a 15 with a different name, so yeah.
Okay, that's what they got on the lineup card.
Yep.
Is Ball. First pitch to Ball. Upstairs for a ball.
As I mentioned, some of their information not correct here. So
Ball's the one that he came in out there in right field.
Yes,
I believe.
Yeah, he did. He did. They had
Reed.
Renteria in their electronic scorebook here.
Next pitch comes in, late swing by Ball. 1-1. Gurney right back to work. Swing and a miss. Pitch in the bottom of the zone, 1-2 to Ball. Gurney, like I say, kind of a good pace going. Shakes off a couple of pitches, now gets the one he wants. Comes in, swing and a miss. Oh, Ball is claiming he tapped it, but umpire said no go. Either way, Ramos squeezed it, made the catch. And so it's another quick inning for Gurney. David, you're doing all the talking because
Mustangs are having a busy time at the plate. Not much going on in the field. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're through 3 complete. Shallow Water 10, Dalhart 0. This is Shallow Water Mustang Baseball on the Shallow Water Sports Network.
batting, left fielder, number 12, Kale Moore.
All right, we're back for the top of the fourth. I feel like we've done this a couple of times. I think this is maybe the third inning in a row that Kale has led it off. Is that right?
I think so. I think you're right.
Led off the second with a double, led off the third. It's hit by a pitch. Here he is leading off the top of the fourth.
Looks like Reed's still out there on the mound.
Moore's 1 for 1. Did have the hit by pitch. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Yeah, pitcher still number 34, Reed, working out of the windup now with nobody on. The fastball for a called strike, 1-1.
Falls way off to the left after he throws his pitch.
Curveball, swing and a miss by Kale, 1-2. Long look in by Reed, shakes off his sign now, enters into his windup. Pitches up and away, evens it up at 2-2. Moore gets caught looking on a pitch on the outside part of the plate, called strike 3. Strikeout on Moore for the first out.
Curveball might have just caught the outside. Might have been a big 10-0 zone right there.
Yeah.
Umpire was calling on that one.
Umpire with a pretty big zone to start with. Brings up Caden Carter. Carter's 1 for 2 today. Had a single his first time up. Takes a big cut there. Fouls that one back to the screen.
Notice Reed is trying to establish a good tempo.
Yeah, he does work a little quicker, yes.
Yeah, but other than shaking off a couple of those signs a while ago, he gets the ball and wants to throw it.
Breaking pitch is hit out to center field. Center fielder comes in and dives and makes a good catch out there. Takes a hit away from Carter. Carter flies out to center field, and there's 2 away now. Brings up Ryland Blackburn. Ryland's 1 for 1 with a walk.
Center fielder, number 1, Ryland Blackburn.
Comes in here with the bases empty and 2 away. First time today he's faced Reed. Fastball in the dirt, ball 1. Curveball stays up, 2-0. Ryland swings. Might have caught a piece of that one. Hard to tell from here. Goes off the top of the catcher's mitt. May have just tipped it enough to deflect it. Counts 2-1 now. There's a curveball inside. 3-1. Ryland turns away from it. 3-1. Big cut by Ryland. Swings and misses. Counts full.
Board was wrong, so they thought that was a 3-2 pitch. It's only a 3-1 pitch.
Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here. Top of the fourth. Mustangs leading at 10-0. Pitches upstairs, ball 4. So runner on first now with 2 away brings us Maddox McDonald to the plate. McDonald's 1 for 2.
Now batting shortstop, number 5.
Was also hit by a pitch.
McDonald.
Hit by a pitch was in his last at bat. Ryland Blackburn running over at first. We'll see Reed go from the stretch. Pickoff move over to first. Ryland's back in safe. Comes in, curveball gets away from him, hits McDonald again. Second time in a row he's been hit by a pitch and getting the curveballs on the hit by pitch. So he's taking the easy way out. Runners on first and second now for the Mustangs. Brings up Clayton Vincent. Vincent's 0 for 1. Also has a sacrifice fly and a walk.
Third baseman, number 6, Clayton Vincent.
Got the ball magnet in his pocket.
First pitch is a fastball away for ball 1. Reed looks in and gets his sign. Now he comes set. Checks Ryland Blackburn out at second. Shortstop working in behind him. Now time's called here at the plate. Ryland was inching away from the bag there, caught Reed's attention. Too long.
Shortstop was cutting in behind him, starting to head over toward the bag.
1-0 pitch is a curveball. Catches the outer part of the plate for a called strike. 1-1. Fastball inside. Counts 2-1. Pitch is low. 3-1. Vincent swings and fouls that one straight back off of the screen. Count's gone full. So full count, 2 away. Runners on first and second. The runners will be on the move here. There's a line drive snagged by the third baseman. Well hit ball by Clayton as he hit that one on the screws. Third baseman reaches up and snags the ball there.
Rios on third. Good plays. He just reached out and grabbed that thing. Jake could get us those stats. We could tell you that's 102 off the bat. Bat speed there.
So Mustangs threaten with 2 away, get runners on first and second, but unable to push anything across here in the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 runners left on base. After 3.5, our score is still Shallow Water 10, Dalhart 0. All right, Tony's going to take us through the bottom of the 4th here. Tony, keep it short.
I'll try. Looks like we can go number 2, 3, and 4 spot. Garcia, Bird, and Tressler. Scheduled to come up.
This is Garcia. Got the lone hit of the day for the Golden Wolves on that dying fly ball in right center field back in the 1st.
Garney's first pitch to him is inside half of the plate for a call strike.
Ball that Ryland almost caught out there. The lone hit for the Wolves.
Garney's next pitch stays a little low for a ball. 1-1. Bottom of the 4th, Shallow Water leading at 10-0. Garney's next pitch is swung on and hit foul into the screen over on the right side. Bounces off the screen over to the Dalhart first base coach. Garcia steps back in. He's batting from the right side. Pitch is away from him. They try to draw a swing, but don't get one. Squares it up at 2-2. Garcia steps back in. Gurney toes the rubber, kicks and comes home.
Nice pitch.
For a strike over the outside after the plate, but it's dropped by Ramos after it hit his glove. Garcia stalls a little bit before he takes off running for first, and Ramos gathers it up, throws down there, and gets him easily to complete the strikeout. One away.
Yeah, you see Caden Carter, first baseman over there, having a battle with the sun. An adventure looking down that line this time of day.
Shadows are getting long as the pole is holding the netting up. It's stretched all the way out to the edge of the pitcher's mound. First pitch to Bird is swung on and missed. Went up and away from him, the left-handed batter. He's in the hole 0-1. Nobody on. Gurney's next pitch. Breaking ball coming in, and it's fouled back toward the screen, popped up. Ramos gives chase, but can't get to it as it hits the screen just before he gets to it. No balls, 2 strikes on Bird. Gurney winds and pitches, throws one right down the middle, calls strike 3, and Bird gets caught window shopping.
Froze him on the fastball there, back-to-back strikeouts for Braden Gurney.
Brings up the first baseman, Trussler, batting from the left side.
First baseman, number 12, Hunter Trussler.
Trussler step in with nobody on and 2 away. Ready from the windup, looks over the top of his glove, gets his sign. Turns, kicks, and deals. Misses just outside. 1-0. Gurney gets his sign again. Here's the pitch. Swung on and hit, tapped foul to the right side. On deck, batter gets over there and grabs it. Trussler steps back in, 1-1. Gurney goes right to work. Pitch is swung on and a little liner out to third. Vincent moves over to his left and makes the catch cap high on the line drive. Similar to the play that ended the top of the inning. Not quite as hard though. Moves over to the right, makes the catch for the third out of the inning.
All right, Tony, you did your part. You kept it short.
That's right.
No runs, no hits, no errors. 4 complete. Shallow Water still leading it 10-0. All right, we're back for the top of the 5th. Leading off here in the 5th for the Mustangs will be Garrett Boschma. 2 up after him, Braden Gurney and Isaiah Ward.
We've used that sign.
Now batting, this pitch is number 17, Garrett Boschma.
All right, Boschma steps in. Boschma's 1 for 2. Also has a walk. His one hit was a triple. First time he's faced Reed today. First pitch is low and away for a ball. Curveball stays up. 2-0. Fastball's inside. 3-0 to Boschma. Boschma swinging on the 3-0, comes up empty on the off speed. He reaches out and taps the ball up the line, and it just dies just inside the line. Going to be an infield single for Boschma. Reached out and swung on a pitch outside off the plate, actually, and taps it up the line for a base hit.
Just dribbled down about 20 feet down the line, and they waited, hesitated for a second there, thinking it might roll foul, and it just didn't, just stayed true.
Going to go as an infield single. Going to look like a hard hit ground ball, especially if you ask Garrett. He'll probably claim it was.
Right.
Runner on first for the Mustangs. Boschma reaches
versus
with a leadoff single.
Clayton hit that screamer down to third and got put out.
This is Gurney stepping in here. Yeah, that's baseball for you. Clayton hits it on the screws for an out, and Boschma trickles one up the line there, but it does the trick, gets him on base there. First pitch to Gurney is a ball. Gurney's 1 for 2 on the day. Also has a walk in there. Takes a pitch for a called strike, upper part of the zone, 1-1. Reed working out of the stretch, checks Boschma over at first. Kicks and delivers. Pitch is low and inside, 2-1. A curveball, catches part of the zone, called strike. Evens it up at 2-2. Nobody out here in the top of the fifth. The Mustangs with a 10-0 lead. Boschma over at first. Now Reed comes set at the belt. It's tapped up the line. It's going to get foul. Count will hold at 2-2.
Top of the fifth, Shallowater still leading it 10-0.
Another one tapped up the line. Gurney reaches out and spoils that one off. Pitch out of the zone, protecting with 2 strikes. Gonna be another foul ball. Gurney steps back in. He'll see another pitch here at 2-2. That one's upstairs. The count's gone full.
Oh, they got
Boschma gets back in. I think Boschma was thinking that was ball 4. Lucky to get back in there. The throw comes in a little bit late.
He was a third of the way off the bag before he realized he needed to get back. Just made it diving in.
3-2 pitch. That one's tapped up at the first baseline. The pitcher comes over and fields it and throws it high, but gets it there in time. First baseman goes up and makes the catch.
You're lucky to have him a tall first baseman on that one. Going to bring in Isaiah Ward.
So Gurney's out on the 1-3 put out. That moves Boschma over to second with 1 away.
Right fielder, #3,
Isaiah Ward steps in. Ward's 0 for 2. Also has a walk. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off for strike one. Reed set at the belt, checks Boschma at second. Pitch bounces in. Boschma starts. Now he hesitates, and they throw him out at third. Base running mistake by Boschma there. So Boschma gets caught in no man's land out there for the second out. That pitch
came in low and bounced off the turf. The catcher's doing a good job taking that thing off the chest protector, keeping it in front of him.
Yeah, base running mistake cost the Mustangs there on that one. That pitch comes inside to Ward as Reed fell down delivering that pitch. Izzy steps back in as as Reed enters into his windup, delivers that one low. Counts 3-1. I was waiting there.
I thought that was a walk. We missed one somewhere.
That one's upstairs, ball 4. So Ward will take first on the walk. 2 away, Rylan Ramos will step in. Ramos 0 for 3 on the day. Hit the ball pretty hard last time. It was right at the left fielder.
Catcher, number 10, Rylan Ramos.
Reed working out of the stretch with Ward running at first. First pitch called strike.
Man, that looked outside from up here, from my spot. I think the umpire wants to go.
A curveball up and in, 1-1. Reed comes set at the belt again. That one's upstairs to Ramos, 2-1. Mustangs were scoreless in the first, put up 5 in the second, 5 in the third, scoreless in the fourth. Here we are batting in the top of the 5th, runner on first, 2 away. Here comes a 2-1 pitch to Ramos. That one's inside. 3-1. Pickoff move over to first. Ward, not much of a lead, just kind of crawls back in safe.
After going through a couple of pitchers early, Reed's come in and I don't know, held her fairly steady after he got out of that 1 inning.
That one's low for ball 4. Rylan Ramos reaches on the walk. I assume we'll see a courtesy runner for the catcher there. That'll be number 18, Carson Key. He'll run for Rylan Ramos. So now runners on first and second. 2 away.
Number 12, Cale Moore.
Brings up Cale Moore. Moore's 1 for 2. Also was hit by a pitch. Steps in there and takes the first pitch for ball 1. Next pitch is lined past the second baseman out in the right center field. Ward is being waved around third. He comes in to score. RBI single for Cale Moore. adds to the Mustang lead. It's now
Now
11-0.
First baseman, number 8, Caden Carter.
Caden Carter steps in. Carter's 1 for 3. Steps in and takes the first pitch upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Carson Key, the runner at second base, running for Rylan Ramos, the catcher who walked. Cale Moore just singled. He's over at first. Carter takes another pitch for a ball, 2-0. Reed set at the belt. There's a hard ground ball hit past the third baseman. Key is rounding third. They're waving him in. Here comes the throw, and it's not in time. And that's an RBI single for Caden Carter. Mustang lead is now 12-0.
I'm going to have another pitching change, looks like.
Now, Mustangs with a 12-0 lead here in the top of the 5th, and looks like we will have another pitching change for the Golden Wolves. We're checking lineups here. We'll get the new pitcher's number for you here momentarily.
Is that the third baseman?
Mustangs are going to see a lefty here. It's going to be number 6. Talon Garcia, the new pitcher, left-hander for the Golden Wolves. He'll take a few warm-up pitches.
Coming in from center field.
Yep, comes in
There's
from
new
center
arm
field.
On the mound for the Dalhart Wolves. That's the southpaw, number 6, Talon Garcia.
We'll get any other defensive changes here after they return to their positions.
Again, they brought in an extra catcher here to take the warm-up tosses, just giving the main catcher a break, I guess. He's over there talking to the coach and one of the other players about strategy.
All right, he's about ready to go. Let's see, Tony, can you catch that number going out to center field there? Bird.
2.
And Reed goes to left, looks like. We're getting updated here. Is that Reed in left?
Now batting, center fielder, number 1, Rylan Blackburn.
All right, so we're set to go here. New pitcher, Talon Garcia, left-hander. Rylan Blackburn steps to the plate. Rylan's 1 for 1, also has 2 walks. Garcia will go from the stretch with runners on. First pitch is a fastball wide for ball 1. Garcia comes set, about letter high. Another fastball wide, 2-0. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-1. That one bounces. 3-1. Couple of runners on. That's Moore and Carter out there. 3 balls and a strike to Rylan Blackburn. That one's low and away, ball 4. Bases are loaded for the Mustangs. Brings us to the top of the order. Maddox McDonald. McDonald's 1 for 2. has been hit by a pitch in his last 2 at-bats.
Now batting in the 1 hole.
Mustangs doing this damage with 2 outs, aren't they?
Yeah.
They've scored these last 2 runs with 2 away.
Chance to pick up more here. First pitch to McDonald is a called strike. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That one's off the plate, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Mustangs leading at 12-0. Called strike outside part of the plate. Pretty tough call right there. One ball, 2 strikes. That one's low and away. 2-2. Garcia set. Low and away again. 3-2. Counts full with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Everybody will be moving. That one's popped up in foul territory. First baseman is going after it, and it just lands in front of the Mustang dugout over here at first base. So everybody will retreat, and we'll try it again at 3-2.
Yeah, Carter came from second all the way to home. Has to circle back around.
McDonald steps back in. Here comes another full count pitch. That one's fouled out of play over on the right side. Carter getting his exercise at rounded third. They'll go back again.
He's a first baseman. He's got to stretch his legs when he gets a chance.
Garcia set. Runners on the move again. That pitch is low, ball 4. Garcia walks in a run. 13-0 in favor of the Mustangs. Brings Clayton Vincent to the plate.
Now batting third baseman, number 6, Clayton Vincent.
Clayton 0 for 2 on the day. Also has a walk and a sacrifice fly. Fouls that first pitch straight back to the net. Garcia set, about letter high. That one's lifted foul, out of play, way out of play on the right side. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Bases still loaded for the Mustangs. Ground ball to the third baseman. He bobbles it, but then it goes to the bag and gets the force out. Fielder's choice by Clayton Vincent.
Oh, might not happen.
We'll end it here. So in the top of the 5th, the Mustangs with 3 more runs on 3 hits, no errors, 3 runners left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th with Shallowater leading at 13-0. .13-0 lead. Guy we haven't seen a whole lot down the stretch, getting some work here in a playoff setting. Defensively, no changes for the Mustangs. Over at first base, we still have Caden Carter. At second base, Zach Scott. Third baseman is Clayton Vincent. At shortstop, Maddox McDonald. In left, Cale Moore. Center field, Rylan Blackburn. In right field, Isaiah Ward. Behind the plate, Rylan Ramos. The day's done for Braden Gurney. Nice outing for Gurney. We can go ahead and close the book on him. Gurney goes 4 complete. Gives up no runs. Gave up the 1 hit. And he struck out, let's see, it gets you a strikeout total. Struck out 8 and walked 1. So in 4 innings allows 2 base runners on the day. So nice outing by Gurney. Duggar takes the last of his warm-up pitches, and Mustangs will try to close it out here, see if they can invoke the 10-run rule here in the bottom of the 5th.
Duggar a move up, or has he been playing varsity?
He's been on varsity all season. We saw him early on some and some
I know
spot appearances.
There's Jeff Cott's on here. He's from JV.
Yeah, a couple of guys moved up from the JV kind of late in the district season.
Here we go, number 20. Rio stepping in. Pitch comes in away from him, from the right-handed batter, for ball 1. Duggar looks over the top of his glove, turns, winds, and deals. And this is low. Ball 2. Rio's been playing third base for Dalhart. I believe he's still over there. Pitch comes in down the middle for a call strike. 2-1. Duggar toes the rubber, gets his sign. Turns, kicks, and deals, and misses low. 3-1. Duggar wearing a black sleeve on his left arm, throwing arm. Comes on with a breaking ball for a call strike. Slowly call strike. The count goes full.
Made me wonder for a minute on that one. It's a good pitch.
Duggar's payoff pitch is swung on and hit foul out of play off to the right. Rios taps his shoes a couple of times and steps back in. Duggar gets his sign. The pitch swung on and shot straight back up to Duggar under his leg. McDonald has to go to his left, stretches out, and gloves the ball, spins around and throws over to first. Just enough that brings Carter just barely off the bag as Rios comes down the line. Good play there.
Good play by McDonald, also by Carter. He stretched with every inch he had there, just couldn't quite keep his toe on the bag, but nice effort by both of them.
That's what I was thinking. Good play on both ends, just a little bit wide. He had to stretch it a little too far.
Second baseman, number 18, Hines.
Infield single puts a runner on first for the Golden Wolves.
Brings up second baseman Hines. Nobody out and 1 on. First pitch swinging. For strike 1. Shallow Water leading it 13-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Duggar kicks and deals. This one swung on and hit foul down the first base line. Out into foul territory. Jeff Cott has laid down that line to gather that ball up. Duggar uses the middle of the rubber. Lefty comes in, bounces one in for a ball. Almost goes over there and gathers it up and slips a little bit as the runner takes second on the wild pitch. One and 2. pitch, swung on and hit foul out of play, off to the right. Count will hold it 1-2. Nobody out, runner on second base for Dalhart. Hines steps back in on the right side. Duggar comes set. Looks back at the runner on second. Now he comes home with a breaking ball that stays out. Squares the count up at 2-2. Duggar wearing the number 4. Sporting some red shoes. Kicks and delivers. This is swung on. Goes out to the shortstop. Gathers it up and goes over to first. Big stretch there by Carter as it was to his backside, but he reels it in and makes the pick. They get the out. One away.
Nice play by Caden Carter there. Had to stretch again on that one and digs one. McDonald with the low throw, a little wide of the bag as well. First baseman and getting it done over there.
Dalhart coach comes out and asks the umpire on first to get a second opinion. He agrees to it. Walks down, they talk it over with the home plate ump to see if he saw anything that he didn't, and they agree that he did not, so he sustains the out call. One away, runner on second base for Reed. 34 Reed.
Number 34, Kyler Reed.
Reed's 0 for 1 today, grounded into a double play. His only other at bat.
Duggar's first pitch, breaking ball stays outside. 1-0. Duggar looks in, gets his sign. Kicks and deals. It stays low for a ball. 2-0. Duggar looks in, nods to the sign, comes set. Looks back at the runner on second. Now kicks and comes home. Swing and a miss by Reed. Inside half the plate. Duggar looking back at that runner on second. Comes set. Kicks and comes home. A little, I guess it was a swing and a miss, or just barely tipped it and gloved by Ramos. Either way, it's strike 2. 2-2 on Reed. The pitch swung on and hit foul back into the screen as the runner was moving on that one.
Steady dose of off speed and breaking pitches in this at bat here.
Reed steps back in after the foul ball is retrieved. Duggar gets his sign and comes set. He kicks and comes home. Swing and foul down to the dirt, into the turf. Count's going to hold it 2-2. Duggar gets his sign. Looks back at second. Now he kicks and comes home, and this is swung on and hit foul down the right side, out of play.
Right here, Duggar.
Another 2-2 pitch coming here. I think that's 3 straight foul balls.
I believe so. Pitch comes in. This one's shot out to second. Scott takes it off his chest. Loses track of it for just a minute, but gathers it up and makes a throw over to first in time to get their man. 2 away. On the play, the runner advances over to third base.
4-3 put out. Scott to Carter.
Just almost identical play to earlier. What was that, back in the first or second inning, whenever the ball bounded off the turf and came up into Scott's chest before he gathered it up and threw over to first. Both times he's squaring up to the ball and keeping it in front of him, just like he's supposed to do. Duggar's first pitch is swung on and hit foul as it bounds out into the field of play, but went off the batter. Aiken. Aiken is the catcher. So he'll step back in with an 0-1 count. 2 away, runner on third. Aiken is the pitch comes in, stays low for a ball. Dalhart down to their last out to avoid the run rule here. Ramos gets a sign from the dugout. Sends it out to Duggar. Duggar kicks and deals, swung on and missed and fouled back into the screen. And Aiken down to his last strike. 1-2. 2 away. Shallowater leading at 13-0. The bottom of the 5th. Duggar shakes off a sign, shakes off another. And gets one he likes, kicks and deals. And I don't know where he missed that one, David. That was a breaking ball that came in and looks like it came back over the heart of the plate, but didn't get a call. 2-2.
Mustangs were headed to the dugout.
Duggar's next pitch is swung on and fouled back into the screen. Count a hold at 2-2. 2's across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Shallowater leading at 13-0. Duggar comes set. Kicks and deals. This one's outside. Count to go full. Aiken steps back in. Duggar nods to the sign and comes set. Kicks and deals. This one's a bounder out to McDonald at short. He gathers it up, throws across the first, and they get their man. That'll do it.
That'll do it here in the bottom of the 5th. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 runner left, and that'll do it for the game as the Mustangs are going to pick it up 13-0 on the run rule win here.
Mustangs pick up game 13-0. Please be safe going home tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow.
You hear the final announcements there, and we'll wrap it up here pretty quick ourselves. Mustangs take game 1 tonight, take a 1-0 series lead tonight for the Mustangs. Just pretty methodical, I would say, Tony, in the way they approached it today. Got good pitching from Braden Gurney. I've already gone through his stats there in the 5th. Able to give Gurney a break, late in the season, give him a little extra rest, and get Ryan Duggar some work in there. He comes in there in the 5th, gives up no runs, had the 1 hit. Good performance by Duggar. In the field, Mustangs play error-free baseball today, and then pick up those 13 runs on 9 hits. So just really did it all today.
Really good job of playing a good, well-rounded game of baseball. Did like you said, clean defense and did great work at the plate. As in those 2 innings when they put big crooked numbers up, basically anything that the pitcher threw over the plate, they were getting a hold of it and usually driving it somewhere.
Yeah. For the day for the Mustangs, go through the offensive stats. Maddox McDonald goes 1 for 2, had a walk, an RBI, and a run scored. Clayton Vincent goes 0 for 3 with a walk, an RBI, and a run scored. Garrett Boschma 2 for 3 with a walk, an RBI, 2 runs scored. Braden Gurney 1 for 3 with a walk and an RBI. Isaiah Ward 0 for 2, 2 walks, an RBI, and a run scored. Rylan Ramos 0 for 3 with a walk. Cale Moore 2 for 3 with an RBI and 3 runs scored. Caden Carter 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. And Rylan Blackburn goes 1 for 1, 3 walks, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. So a lot of offense throughout the Mustang order as 7 of the 9 Mustangs scored runs, and hitting throughout the order today as well. So once again, just that well-rounded game we were talking about. But Mustangs do what you would expect in a 1-4 game, just kind of methodical, take care of business today, and and do everything that they're supposed to. And they'll come back tomorrow here to Bushland High School and try to wrap up the series at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
1 o'clock, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And we'll be here to bring you that game as well. This is we're going to wrap it up. Nothing more to say on this one, Tony. So, all right, we'll get on with it.
Some supper.
All right. Yep, time to eat here. But we appreciate Jake Warren and the rest of the Shallow Water Sports Network crew for being here today to enable us to bring you this game. This has been David Blackburn with Tony Jackson bringing the Shallow Water Mustang baseball here on the Shallow Water Sports Network. Mustangs pick up the win today, 13-0, 1-0 series lead. Until tomorrow at 1 o'clock, take care.